Question number 12, Jenny Salesa.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. My question is to the Minister for Tertiary Education, Skills and Employment and asks, is he concerned about skills shortages in professions that require knowledge in STEM subjects? If not, why not?
The Honourable Stephen Joyce.
Mr. Speaker, I thank the member for a question which is an area of great passion of mine in this portfolio. To answer her question, yes, which is why the government has a comprehensive program to attract and train more skilled people in STEM areas. It includes building the pipeline of students wanting to study STEM subjects through the Nation of Curious Minds and the E2E engineering initiatives, and work to lift Māori and Pacifica participation in STEM subjects. The good news is there's more graduates in STEM areas than ever before, with bachelor's level or higher graduates in engineering up 36% in 2014 over 2008, ICT graduates up 43%, and graduates in natural and physical sciences up 24% over the same period.
Supplementary question.
Supplementary question, Jenny Salesa.
How many teachers with STEM subject qualifications have been trained over the past 5 years? And if his policies are so successful, why are maths and science teachers being pulled out of retirement because of critical shortages?
The Honourable Stephen Joyce.
Well, Mr. Speaker, it's interesting the member raised that because I had a discussion with the Ministry of Education last week on whether there were any areas of shortages as the member has described, and I'm reliably informed that actually no, there isn't widespread shortages in that area. That's not to say they're not looking to train more teachers in maths and sciences, but if you look at the advertising of those positions in the last few months at the start of the year, my understanding is they're not unusual numbers of ads being placed for vacancies in those areas.
Supplementary.
Supplementary question, Jenny Salesa.
How will young Kiwis become proficient in maths and science when only 39 maths teachers and 4 physics teachers graduated from one institution and none from another?
The Honourable Stephen Joyce.
Well, Mr. Speaker, in terms of the teaching workforce, again, it's a matter of demand and supply. So I take a close look at what the Ministry of Education is saying. The Tertiary Education Commission talks with the Ministry on an ongoing basis. If any shortages appear, they do look to recruit people and encourage the universities to recruit people accordingly. All I can do is repeat for the member what I said. I checked in the last week on this matter, and my understanding is there isn't levels of unusual shortage.
Supplementary.
Supplementary question, Jenny Salesa.
After 7 years as the responsible minister, what's his response to a school principal who is concerned about, and I quote, a huge drop or just lack of applicants, end quote, in maths and science teachers, and has no idea where the replacements are coming from?
The Honourable Stephen
Speaker,
Joyce.
an individual principal may or may not have that view. All I can tell the members across the overall teaching sector that's not the case, and I can tell her that the numbers of graduates in areas such as sciences is up significantly, 24% over the last 6 years for natural and physical sciences, and for engineering subjects up 36%, ICT up 43%. These are big increases. Now, they may or may not be proceeding into the teaching profession, but actually, from the information supplied by the Ministry of Education, there are not widespread shortages.
Supplementary question, Joanne Hayes.
What reports has he seen of skills shortages in other areas?
The Honourable Stephen Joyce.
Mr. Speaker, I am aware of reports that there may be skill shortages in other parts of tertiary education, which I'm looking into. Of course, the one that's perhaps most prominent in recent days has been the area of culinary arts, where I understand we're possibly importing Chinese chefs to work in Chinese restaurants.
Yeah, outrageous.
And we're also possibly importing Vietnamese chefs to work in Vietnamese restaurants, Thai chefs to work in Thai restaurants, and possibly even Japanese chefs to work in teppanyaki restaurants. Mr. Speaker, this is outrageous. It's frankly appalling. We need to stop this immediately, Mr. Speaker, and I think the answer is actually to pass a law in this House renaming those restaurants, Mr. Speaker. I think the Little India restaurants should be renamed Little Invercargill, and we'll close this problem down immediately, Mr. Speaker.
And that concludes questions for oral answer.